When I first started college, I remember I used to say yes to everything, right? Anytime someone wanted to chill, go to a party, go to the club, whatever it was, right? I'd always say yes to it because I was like, oh, this is new. I just want to, be with everyone, be with new people. And I was afraid that I had that scarcity mindset of like friendship in college because I was in a new environment. And even if I had certain, classes where I had an exam the next day or I had some important thing I had to do tomorrow, I would still, say yes to anyone else who wanted my time or something like that. And I realized I didn't know how to say no. And that's something that I think a lot of us struggle with. Right? Obviously, the past 3 to 4 years, I've been able to truly say no to people, right? And be like, all right, no, I have to do this, I have to do that, maybe later. Or cut out people who are not good for me, who don't value me, who aren't important for me. But how do you get from saying yes to everybody and, being that nice person to being someone who will actually put their foot down and be like, hey, I can't go out right now, or hey, sorry, I can't do this. You see, if we choose to say yes to every single person, right, every activity and everything that we want in our life, we start to stretch ourselves out way too much, right? And you can't truly reach that greatness in a certain area of your life if you're stretched out so much. So saying no is an important skill that we all must do. We must be able to cut out people who are not valuing us, cut out people who are toxic and negative constantly, and cut out activities that are constantly negative for our own lives, and be able to do things that we must do in order to reach a point where we want to be. I'll give you an example for me right now. I've cut out a lot and I'm focusing on just fitness, YouTube and work. That's all I'm focused on right now. There's no internal conflict within me like, should I go out? Should I do this? No, there's none of that right now. There's only 3 things that I'm focused on, and if anything, I just focus on 2 or 3 things and say no to everything else right now, right? Now, I'm not saying you should live like this for the rest of your life, but to reach a point where you're at the pinnacle of it, you must go through a period where that's all there is in your life. And I know there'll be people who are like, oh, but I need balance, and you can achieve balance in life and have everything and, still make 6 figures. And all right, bro, if you can do that, fine, go ahead, go do it. But to reach, I truly believe that if you want to push past that mediocre part, that averageness, you have to really go all out in 2 to 3 things and focus on that for a period of time, and then you can go back. It doesn't mean go back to saying yes to everyone. Still, you can start to say yes to certain different things, right? Then you have different focuses in your life, but it starts by saying no. And I think a lot of it comes from that scarcity. I think the scarcity comes from not thinking that you can be able to meet new friends or meet new people, right? And once you change that, once you actually create that abundance and realize there's so much in this world. There's so much in this world that's it's constantly given, but you need to put your foot down. Say, I need to work on this for the next 3 to 6 months. This is my importance, right? I need to make sure I study so I can pass this semester of school so I can get where I want to be. I need to sit down and hit the gym, get my diet right. I need to actually make it my center and say no to everything else so that I can actually reach a point that nobody else is. You have to say no. You have to reject other people. You can't stretch out your energy so thin, because if you do 10 things, you're going to be average at best at all 10, right? But if you can focus on 2 to 3 things in your life and then become great at that, then you can go back, and introduce, other things, right? Such as, whatever it is for you that you want to introduce, right? But right now it's like cutting out everything and embracing that self-isolation. I know that sounds daunting for a lot of people, like, whoa, I have to be, but it's important. I think it's something I've realized it's important to go through periods of self-isolation so you can reflect on who you are and then go back to the balance and community and everything, right? And then still do what you still have all those goals, but now you have the love and everything else, right? But you need to go through a period of just you. So to reject others, it's like, hey, like someone hits you up like, hey, not tonight, bro, I gotta do this. And ultimately your goal is to keep the people that you are good for you, still stay in contact with them, but the people that are negative for you, you need to remove them. They don't value who you are, 1, and 2, all you probably do with them is instant gratification activities. So it's like they'll probably ask you to come smoke or come drink or whatever it is. It's wasting your time. It's quite funny how we all know that you become the average of the 4 or the most people that you spend your time with, right? But we still choose to spend time with mediocre people, average individuals, people who have nothing going for them. You still can't say no. I've never seen anyone disagree with that concept, right? So I'd rather truly be by myself for a period of time than be with people who are just gonna bring me down, cut them out and find new people, as you get scared that you won't meet new people who are on the same wavelength as you, but I promise you that you will. I'm literally on the same boat right now. You know, I've left where I was, and I'm now just focused on 2 to 3 things in my life that I said previously. So take this time to really write down. Just think about, meditate on it, visualize on it, what you want in your life. Like, what are your 2 to 3 main goals that you need to focus on right now? Whether it's social, fitness-wise, financial-wise, emotional-wise, mental, spiritual. There's so many different things. Whatever it is for you that you need to focus on, take some time to do that. Reject everything else. Reject people who don't value you, who don't bring you any positive value, who are constantly nagging and just bringing you down, complaining about every little thing in their life and not taking action, because that stuff will constantly build up. You'll just start to be like, fuck this, you know. They're not where you are, and to get further, to reach the pinnacle, you must learn how to say no. Rejecting others, it's tough, but it's a vital skill that every single human needs. Please make sure that you subscribe for some more content, share this video with a friend that's in need, check out the Discord server down below, and last but not least, never waver from the path.